and welcome back to Capital Times. Long time no talk to, what, about 3 weeks now? Everyone's been doing that summer vacation thing. It's all over with now, so you can see us, I promise, consistently every 2 weeks. We have an interesting show for you today. Our theme is somewhat of a youth theme. My first guest this morning, or this afternoon or this evening, whenever you're watching, is Denise Henshaw, and she's coordinator, get it out Karen, for the Kids Concert Series, which will be happening at the Capitol Theatre. Hi Denise.
Hi Karen.
Glad to have you here. First of all, just so that the people out there that don't know what the Kids Series is all about, perhaps we could start out by describing what the Kids Series is and who we're trying to attract with the series. Obviously it's kids, but you know.
Well, it's called Kids Concert Series, but actually it's for a family audience. So,
oh yes?
Because all of our shows have been suitable for and really enjoyable for kids of all ages, from about 3 up.
I know I participated. Yeah. Oh, I do mean participate. I got dragged on stage for one last year, and it was fun.
Yeah,
Definitely
really
for all
enjoyed
ages.
them.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Kids Series happens because obviously there is a need, and it is well participated by the Nelson and surrounded area audience. Yes.
Yeah, we're generally sold out.
Oh, that's great.
Or we have been the last few years.
Oh, is it difficult then to get single tickets for the series? You would advise that people do?
For some shows it is difficult, yeah. It is, if you're really, interested in seeing a particular show, it'd be best to buy a series ticket because we only have a certain number available.
Right, okay. All right. Now, just to get a slight little touch of background, I told you I wasn't going to get into this, but just a little bit. How many years has the Kids Concert Series been in operation now?
I think
it's pretty consistent.
I think this is the 5th year.
Oh, that's great. And it's still hanging in there. No money flow problems or anything in your?
Well, yes, we always have money flow problems because we're, you know, it's a non-profit organization, and whatever money that we take in on our ticket sales that goes out on the performers, and all the people that work on the series are volunteer people. And this year in particular we found that a lot of the performers' costs went up. I think we found that across the board on any adult shows or anything, and as they're facing the recession too. So well, because of that way, yeah, and because of that we found that to keep the same high quality entertainment that we've had in the past, we're kind of, you know, just breaking even here. So
clinging on by the edge of our toenails. It's the story of our life,
and we're
non-profit life. Yes.
Yeah, we're presenting 4 shows this year, whereas last year we were able to bring in 5. But you know, hopefully next year we can go back to 5. We just work with what we have. Are
we keeping the ticket prices at a similar range as it was last year?
Yeah, they're going up slightly. It's now $20 for 4 shows.
Gee, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
No, it's not. It's reasonable, I think.
Okay, so let's hear about the shows then. First of all.
Yeah, the first one is Charlotte Diamond. She's, should I show this?
Yeah, let's get a shot of that.
Charlotte Diamond is backed by popular demand. She's a very popular entertainer in BC. She's a singer, songwriter, just multi-talented person. She's been here before. 3 years ago we brought her in, and she also did all the schools in the district. And I think a lot of school teachers use her in the classroom, her tapes. They're really entertaining. She's a warm, funny, beautiful singer. Just, she's very popular.
So we're tending towards the humorous side here for the kids?
Yeah, well, she's, you know, kind of a bit of an actress, and she dances around the stage, usually wears big pink running shoes and pink sweatshirt. And, yeah, actually we have a videotape of her which we'll be showing in the mall this weekend.
Oh,
so
that's a neat idea.
If people are curious and never seen her before, they can come down and see that.
Okay, whereabouts would they go in the mall? Just wander till they find you, or?
No, we'll be set up. Wilco has donated a TV and VCR set up to us, so we'll be set up quite close to Wilco. And we're selling tickets there Friday night from 7 till 9, and Saturday from 10 to 4.
That's a great idea then. Yeah. So you're not going in blind. If you'd like to get a taste of this performer's entertainment, hop on down. And it's this weekend? Yes?
This weekend we're selling them in the mall. And after that, if you can't make it down to the mall, they're available at the Capitol.
Okay. Any hint as to the flavor of her stories? Is things that she has created?
Her theme is usually, well, she sings a lot about dragons, and well, her videotape's called Diamonds and Dragons, and she's no, I don't exactly know what this show will be about. She kind of varies them, so. But she also sings a lot in French quite a bit. She's started out as a French teacher, so.
Sounds good. Okay, so she's going to be up first, and when will we see her at the
That's
Capitol?
October 27th,
that's a
Sunday at 2 p.m.
Great. All your shows are on Sundays then?
Oh, they're all on Sundays, yeah.
Good family day, by golly.
Yeah.
Okay, and then again there also you would recommend getting tickets beforehand. I know you've been sold out pretty consistently, so
Yes.
that's a good idea.
Yes.
Okay, and next?
Okay, the next one is just a minute. What
It's
is
not
the
this
next
guy folded up in a barrel behind you, is it?
No, it is the Vancouver Opera that
Oh,
we're bringing
okay.
in. That's one that we're very excited about. It's Vancouver Opera doing what they call an encapsulated version of Hansel and Gretel.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'll be really, really interesting.
That sounds great. Now, how did you find this program? That's quite unique in itself.
Yeah, well, they were advertising. One of our members usually goes to Pacific Contact in the fall, where you meet up with various entertainers, and they have a touring company. And we're fortunate to be able to book them for this year.
That's great. So this is Hansel and Gretel done in an opera form. That sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
And cast members, I assume there'll be a witch, there'll be a Hansel, a Gretel, and
Yeah, I think they have four or five
five.
cast members and a pianist and stage manager, so it's quite a big group.
so the whole thing is done operatically, and we're not going to get any conversation. It'll be all done in the operatic sense, as it were.
Yeah, I'm not just
Yes.
positive about that, but they said that it's very lively. You know, like even small children are, really captivated by it.
So we're going to see a
So-
really neat picture then.
Yeah, they bring their own costumes. They're really elaborate costuming and setting the set.
That sounds neat. I want to see that one. That sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it might be a good idea for just to prepare for that one if parents could read their kids the story of Hansel and Gretel.
Oh, good
Because a lot
suggestion.
of kids these days haven't heard it.
I'm trying to remember myself. One of the most vivid thoughts is the breadcrumbs and the birds ate them.
Yeah, yeah.
Way back when,
That's
right? Hey, that's
The
a good
mean
idea,
parents.
though. Yeah, the mean parents. Why did they want to get rid of them? But if you've got that book hanging around, you want to have a check on that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and
The third one is Pepper, who's the poster behind us.
most intriguing, if you can get a shot of that fellow folded up inside a barrel there. Okay, can you tell us about him?
He's a mime, clown, acrobat artist, and he does a lot of really unique things. It's kind of hard to describe his show. He builds. Apparently, he builds things on stage with planks, and then kind of uses them in various ways, like the barrel. And
Actually,
I
I've
just
seen
think
a little bit of promotion on him,
Yeah.
and he does some pretty wild pictures on stage. He creates very tense situations,
Yeah.
but it's all funny and
Which look-
humorous the whole time. isn't
right.
it?
Yeah. Apparently, he's hilarious.
He's got terrific reviews. Terrific
Yeah.
reviews.
I think he's going to be similar to a fellow we had last year who was extremely popular by the name of Jim Jackson. Mimic Soul. He did
Oh,
it.
good.
And he was really popular with everyone.
Okay,
So Pepper
that-
does a.
That was number 3. And sorry, I didn't get the date of the one before that. Do we have an approximation? Or
Hansel and Gretel are
Yes.
February 15th, the Sunday
Okay.
at 2 p.m.
Okay, and Pepper will be
March 8th,
great
Sunday at 2 p.m.
at 2 p.m. By golly. Okay, and number 4.
The last one is Tears of Joy Puppet Theater. And I have also a picture of
Oh, neat.
their press photo.
Get a hand
They do puppet theater based on Mercer Mayer's books. So he's a very popular children's writer. And this particular book that most of the play is adapted from is called There's a Nightmare in My Closet.
Oh, I
this-
think I've heard of that one. I think my niece has that.
And this fellow has a picture of the Nightmare, the puppet, and so it's really cute. We also have a videotape of that, or portions of it, and that'll be shown at the mall as well.
That sounds like there might be a nice lesson involved there on how not to be scared at nighttime in your bedroom.
Yes, that's right. It turns out to be really funny. The Nightmare is actually the one that's scared, and
Yeah?
and
Oh,
they also,
wonderful.
Yeah, they also bring into the play Lewis Carroll's Jabberwocky,
Oh, yes.
and
Those are some pretty wild
some
characters.
other Mercer Mayer stories.
Oh, that
Yeah.
sounds really neat. And when will that one be on?
That'll be April. Let me just check. April 12th, Sunday at 7 p.m.
Oh, okay. We're going to have an evening show on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to vary it a bit.
Oh, that's neat. Neat. And again, it's not strictly for children. I found last year taking a little one with me that I was probably just as entertained as she was, if not more so.
Yes, I know I've enjoyed them all.
Yeah. That's great. So don't hesitate to be involved yourselves then if you're out there and you're wanting to.
Yes, well actually one of our, the rules of our organization is that the children should be accompanied by an adult.
Yes. Yes. Or somebody over a certain age.
Right. Somebody, children under 12 should be accompanied
Okay.
by an adult
Well,
or
that
an older.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Definitely makes sense.
Yeah.
And to get tickets, they would be available at?
They'll be available at the Capitol
Okay.
after this weekend, the 21st.
Okay.
We'll be selling them the 20th and 21st at the mall.
All right. And do you have a phone number in case anybody would like to get some further information on any of these shows?
Yes, they could call 354-4294.
Okay. That's a good idea then. If you'd like to get a little more information on single tickets, or if you weren't sure of dates or anything, just give a call and I'm sure someone will be happy to give you some answers. That's great. Well, it sounds like a wonderful lineup, and again, it's pretty darn inexpensive. $20 for 4 shows, that's not bad at all. Beats
If you
taking
buy
it to a
a-
movie, boy. Yeah.
Yes, it does, I think.
Real life experiences. I'm
And
sorry.
for a single show, it's $7. So
Okay.
if you just wanted to buy a single at the door, they're $7.
Great. Sounds like a good deal. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thanks, Karen.
We'll look forward to seeing these shows when it comes up this year. Great. Thank you very much, Denise. Okay, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to have a chat with Louise Legg, who is coordinator of the Young Artists series that's happening. And the music that you're listening to when you hear us going in and out will be that of J. Gregory Walter, and he's going to be performing at the Capitol Theatre September 27th. At 8:15 p.m. Some pretty great music, a little bit of improvisation involved there too. So give a listen to this music and think about it for the 27th. And we'll be right back after this. We are back, and you're watching Capital Times. My name's Karen Agnew, and my next guest for the second half of the show is Louise Legg. Hello, Louise.
Hi there.
Very glad to have you here. And Louise is involved with the Canadian Federation of Music Teachers in presenting the Young Artists series, which will be at the Capitol Theatre Wednesday, September 25th at 8 p.m. Now, we've not met before, and I don't know very much about what's going on, so this is perfect. You can tell me everything. First of all, I wanted to ask you, though, are you a music teacher yourself?
Yes, I've retired a couple of years ago.
Yes.
But I continue to help along with the group here, and I did my teaching over in Rosslyn Trail.
Oh, I see.
But I've enjoyed joining the group here and just associating with them.
So you've been involved very much so over the years,
yes.
and that's how you got roped into this one,
That's
or
right.
no, it was your pleasure to be involved.
But we've enjoyed this series that's come to Trail for quite a few years,
Yes.
and it's been a tour that the Canadian Federation of Music Teachers has arranged for. They're now in their 50th season.
I was
So-
going to say how many years? 50 years.
Yes,
Amazing.
So it's a special anniversary for them. But this is set up. It's a contest between talented students of music teachers across the country, and
yes?
this student comes out as a winner and then goes on a tour. This is a Western Canada tour that they do.
Can you tell me about the competition then before we get to the stage where the winner actually gets to the tour? How did this person get to where he is?
Well, any teachers, anyone who's in the registered music teachers can submit a student's name, and then there are competitions run off. And this is a very special winner then, because he's
The best
been
of the best.
chosen. Yes. So we've never been disappointed in the programs. It often is a pianist, violinist, and so on. But this is a nice change. We haven't had a singer for some time that I recall.
That's great. So we're
And,
looking at a little bit of prodigy happening here.
Yes, yes, and that's why this series was arranged. It was so that young people getting really up there in their abilities had the chance to compete and go into this tour. And this tour is like almost a profession, you know,
Well,
a
it
chance
is.
to learn to become quite professional. Now, this person is doing 12 stops, and we are his last stop on
Oh, yes?
his concert
He's
tour.
perfected it.
So he may be tired too,
I'll
ready
bet.
to go home. But anyway, Peter Weens is from Winnipeg. He's a baritone. I'm sorry I haven't got his picture, but it will be in the Nelson Daily News very soon. I just had that one, and you can watch for it there, and the details there, of course. Anyway, we're
Tell us about this young man.
yes,
He's got to be
all right.
quite remarkable.
Yes, he is. He was born in Saskatchewan, but he's taken his training in Winnipeg, and he has his Bachelor of Music, specializing in voice.
How old is he so we can be properly impressed by
I think I saw this somewhere, but I think he's in his early 20s, but I haven't
yes?
got that right in front of me. But he's been doing opera parts in Saskatoon for a couple years. He's been singing in these operas that are being produced there. And he sings in the Hymn Sing on CBC. One of the other young ladies who came was in Hymn Sing. I remember watching for her on the Sunday programs. And then there's the pianist, Michael Oiki, and he is from Winnipeg also, and is evidently a very established accompanist there.
Now, I was just thinking, if we've got this baritone exceptional, he's got to have somebody to accompany him. This is one of perhaps the runner-ups in the competition, or?
I don't think so, not that I know of, but obviously a very carefully chosen
Certainly.
person to accompany him. But I think it's Peter who is the person who's won the award
Right.
to take this. You might be interested, I have a book here about Lyle Guston, who is a very distinguished teacher in Saskatoon for many, many years, and it was him who started this series. And I have a list of people, I think this has to be added on to, but a list of 100 or so people here who have been the young artist over the years. And
Have we any that we might recognize? Or?
I recognize a lot of them. A lot of them were Saskatoon people that I knew the name of. You might recognize David Dahlstrom's name. Helen, his mother, has been teaching in Rossland for many years, a very distinguished
really neat,
lady. So yes, it's sort of a stepping stone to going into music as a career.
And is this done in this way as such to encourage them into making this their profession and to teach them what it's like to be a professional on the road, so to
That's
speak?
right.
Yes?
That's right. They're really expected to carry this out very professionally.
Yeah.
And it's also aimed at the piano students this is being done here, you see, by the Nelson branch of music teachers.
Yes.
Registered music teachers. And we are aiming at getting them and their parents out, and we'd like everyone else, of course, who is interested in
Certainly.
music and singing. But we really want those young people to come out. It's a way of encouraging them that, okay, here's someone who's really moved along with their lessons in music, and we have a special reception afterwards where we encourage the young people to get up and talk to
wonderful.
them and get to know
Similar origins,
That's right.
and this is where you can end up.
That's right. So we really aim it
terrific.
at students, and we try to keep our prices low for them and their families to get out. We really want them to fill up the Capitol Theatre. And by the way, we've never been ambitious before enough to put it in the Capitol Theatre, and we've kept it fairly small before, but we decided to go for broke this time and
great.
use the lovely Capitol Theatre, and we think it will enhance the program very much to
I
be
would
in that.
certainly encourage all people from all walks of life to
Yes,
come and
yes.
have a listen. This has got to
Yes.
be a very exceptional
Yeah.
individual with some great
Yes.
talent.
Yes, I've never been disappointed in the guests that have come.
Do you have any idea of the kind of music that he's going to be singing?
Yes, I even,
course you do.
I even have
By golly.
the program. He
Oh,
seems
wonderful.
to have chosen some interesting Canadian things, because I recognize quite a few Canadian contemporary Canadian composers, sort of folk song type things here, and Keith Bissell, who I'm sure many of you have heard of, and down at the bottom some little fun, some more fun things, a Cole Porter and a few things like that. And
Good.
then, but in the main section here, we've got some Mozart opera things, and some things by Fauré and Hugo Wolf, and we've got, I think these are in German, and he's given us a sheet with the English, and so we can follow that. So it looks.
Tell
like
me, are the winners, these students, are they monetarily rewarded? Do they get cash for what they're doing?
They get their expenses paid on this tour. We try to help out by billeting and doing all the things we can, because it's not a very expensive. There's not very much money to be wasted or anything like
No,
that.
certainly not, but-
so we try to help them out in every way we can. But their expenses are paid, and I think that's pretty well all. They may get a little bit of a remuneration on top, but
Right.
not too much.
The incentive being then that the exposure is there, and very likely the individual that's the winner would like to encourage other people of that caliber to go on.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes.
Now, would he also be showcasing himself in some respect for Scouts as
I would think
were?
so. I mean, quite a few of these names have gone on to have a lifetime work in music.
Yes.
Garth Beckett, John Beckwith, several Saskatoon people that I noticed their name here. I noticed Jamie Sire, who was teaching up at the Caslow Summer School,
Oh, yes.
and he's from Calgary. So you see, these people all sort of took
made it
off
their
on
profession,
this.
yes.
This was sort of one of their encouragements, and this is what
and
it
a
was set
darn
up
good
for.
one it is too. So the process of winning then specifically is, if I'm just thinking, if there are young people out there, young artists who are watching and being encouraged by this, it is specifically by their teachers who would nominate them, as it were.
Yes, yes.
And then they go into a competition and get narrowed down.
yes. And it's the branch of music teachers here, the registered music teachers, have the privilege of entering someone into this.
Oh, neat.
And it's, as we have it here, it's sponsored by the Canadian Federation of Music Teachers, which we belong to
Yes.
as a branch, you see.
That's great. Okay, now let's talk about tickets, prices, time.
All right. As I said, we are keeping the ticket price down as much as we can, so it's $4 for students and $6 for adults. And
great.
all the music teachers have tickets, and so if they get a hold of any of the people from the branch here, Nelson branch, they'll be very happy to sell them a ticket, and they're also available at the door, and I'm sure they can just come that evening and get one at the door.
Can they get them at the Capitol Theatre ahead of time?
They can. Thank you
Good.
to you folks. We've
Come on
left
down.
some there.
Every show I say, come and visit
Yes,
us.
yes.
We're not vicious. We don't bite. Don't be shy.
That's right.
Oh, that's good. So we can get tickets
Yes,
ahead of time for
yes,
that as well.
yeah.
And the time of the concert is
Time is 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. And, sorry?
Lunch afterwards, and
Oh,
you know,
good.
a
So
nice
we've got
snack
some
afterwards.
mingling happening. People should be
We want that.
should be encouraged to
Yes.
stay and mingle. I know
Yes.
people get a little bit
That's
shy
right.
and sort of dart out the back
Yes.
doors, but
no, this is a very friendly time. And
this
as
is
I
his
said,
last
we're-
show,
That's right.
so he'll be wanting
That's
to.
right, and he'll be taking off back to Winnipeg by
Good.
plane the following day.
I'm sure he's probably quite open to sharing his experience. If this is the last one, boy, you're going to catch him at the right time.
And I think he'll talk to you during the show. You know,
Oh, good.
they're usually quite informative and communicative to you
that's
during
wonderful.
the show. Yeah.
Okay, well, it sounds like a great show. I think it's well worth attending, not just for up-and-coming students, but for, again, families and people who'd like a nice evening's entertainment. It sounds like something great.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much for coming on the show, Louise. That's wonderful. And for those of you who didn't catch it, that's Wednesday, September 25th at the Capitol Theatre at 8 p.m., Young Artist Series. And that's almost it for us. Actually, there was a couple of things I did just want to quickly mention, just to remind you. September 21st is the Farron Concert, Oasis production at the Capitol Theatre. And again, September 27th, Gregory Walter is in concert. That's J. Gregory Walter in concert at 8 p.m. He's going to start the show at 8:15. The cost is $8. And the 28th, Creston Community Choir presents Happiness Is. Tickets again available at the theater, and the cost is adults $9 and seniors $7. And Robert Silverman, a pianist, the opening overture concert will be happening September 29th. Sale price is $15 for adults and $5 for youth. That's at 2 p.m. on Sunday, September 29th. And they would love it if you could drop in and see that show also. So thanks for joining us this week, and we'll see you again in about 2 weeks. And that's about it for us. Bye now.